Yo. All right, guys, I think we back now. T-Dub was blazing the sports. Guys, listen, man, we was just getting right into it. Eddie Hearn goes on an interview, guys. Eddie Hearn saying, you know what? Me and Anthony Joshua, what we're going to do, guys, just to show you guys, we're not trying to do no sleight of hand. We're not about that trickery. No. Anthony Joshua and I are going to sign our portion on the contract. And we're going to give it to Wilder so he can sign. No, it's not about fighting next. It's about fighting after that. But guys, I mean, how should Povetkin take this? How should Povetkin take them looking past him like his fight is nothing? Again, guys, your boy T-Dub with Blazing Sports. Do me a favor, please hit the subscribe, like, and share right now, guys. Sharing is also caring. But to me, I believe that Eddie Hearn gives a list of questions to the people that interviews him. Because damn it, sometimes it sounds like he's answering their question before it comes out. And it's crazy how every time he's getting interviewed, it sounds like they're having a party, like they're chit-chatting about the good old days. Everybody just laughing. No, there's no tough questions being asked to Eddie Hearn at all. It's pretty much they're throwing him alley-oops so he can slam dunk whatever question that he gave them to be answered. But to the real people that know about boxing, that know about contracts, that just know about doing fair business, you would know that a lot of things he's saying is BS because you wouldn't even accept it in your real life. If Deontay Wilder accepted $15 million flat fee to fight Anthony Joshua next, that contract was for that time period. When someone changes the things in a contract, the contract is void. It is no longer good. Because if you change one thing in the contract, it's changed. You can't say, all right, we're going to take you accepting the offer, but we're going to change the time it's going to happen, we're going to change when the fight's going to happen, and no, it's not going to happen next. No. So you can sign whatever new contract that you came up with yourself because I'm pretty sure Deontay Wilder wants to fight next. He's not trying to fight a Brazil next. He's not trying to fight or what I'm thinking about, Dylan White next. He wants to fight Anthony Joshua. That's the only reason he would take a low ball offer like that. So guys, listen. Besides the Anthony Joshua nut huggers and the people that actually cheer on Eddie Hearn as a promoter to be successful, which is crazy it is. It's crazy that, I will say this, man, I'm going to say this, because I don't even know I've known any UK promoters or fans. Hold on one second. Trey Kings is across today, 8:30 p.m. Champ, let me know. All right, sorry guys, I got to, you know I teach a boxing class too. My boy Jose just hit me up when we teach a class tonight. It's going to be a little late, I don't think I'll be able to make it. But guys, let's get back to this boxing. And I lost my train of thought. Deontay Wilder wanted to fight next. Anthony Joshua didn't. Deontay Wilder responded in timely manners. Deontay Wilder also offered the biggest amount purse to a heavyweight in history. Anthony Joshua's side has definitely took their sweet-ass time. They took their sweet-ass time until the sweetness wasn't even sweet no more. It had a bitter taste in your mouth. You want to spit that shit out. And now, after Deontay Wilder is accepting the lowest, the flattest offer that is in this magnitude of a fight for next, just to make it happen next, they basically tell him, no, you know what, it's not even them. I really think Eddie Hearn pockets is deeper, or people owe him favors, because Eddie Hearn does his best job to look like it's not my fault. Either it's Deontay Wilder's or somebody else's force in my hand. And what I mean by that is, he blames Deontay Wilder. He said Deontay Wilder took their sweet time getting back over a month. When in reality, if you look at it, it's been Eddie Hearn who's been taking this sweet time. They saying Deontay Wilder really doesn't want to make the fight happen. But this guy's offered $50 million to fight in the USA, something that Anthony Joshua put on his wish list, and all of a sudden, Deontay Wilder come down in his Shazam uniform and said, your wish is granted, $50 million, let's do it. And now all of a sudden, Anthony Joshua's like, it's not for the money. Now it's not for the money. You know, let me take some. Yo, our Red Sox, Will Magic Man, what's going on, guys, in the building? Hey, you know, give me a second. I'm going to try to sneak off to a little dark area. I'm using this app, and it sucks. Let me see, hold on. What do we got there? Say, hello, Will Magic Man. We are correct changes. Will amend the original agreement. Absolutely. So, now, Eddie Hearn is trying to be slick, guys. And I'm telling you, man, I don't think he's fooling the UK fans that's going along with it. I think they know it's BS. They just happy that he came up with a good enough reason they can agree with. Like, yeah, that's a good one. They can buy that. Yeah. If you and Joshua sign the contract now, that means you guys really want to fight. How about this? How about if you would have signed a contract to fight next before you gave it to Wilder the first time, and he signed and agreed to the $15 million, we wouldn't even be having this discussion because you would be fighting next. But the fact is, the people just don't want to blame you. They don't want to blame you because I believe Eddie Hearn only does interviews with people he can sneak questions in with. And he probably got burnt a couple times. He probably thought he saw a few friendly faces and they fired some real questions at him. And he was like, fuck that, I'm not doing that shit anymore. For now on, I'm going to bring my own list of questions. And anyone that's asked outside of my list of questions that I brought, I'm going to walk away. But, so yeah, man, like Deontay Wilder, listen, he's not going to do it. I heard he responded, and he said that, that old agreement is long gone. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's like right now, if I agree to buy a car from John, right? I say, John, I'll buy your car from you for $15,000. John don't want to make the agreement, right? John walks away from an agreement. John goes out and runs smack into a pole, right? Runs smack into a pole. And now John comes back like, you know what? I'm going to take you up on that $15,000 offer for my car. I'm like, fuck no. Shit's changed. That offer was good at that time. The conditions has changed. Give it a saying. Let me go back and check, guys. I really hate this app. It's probably one of the worst apps known to mankind, but you know what? You have to do what you got to do. Let me see. Let's come back up. Rig Lip Mulliton, what's going on? West Side's in the building. You know, Bump Squad. He said my homie was with what's up, brother? Yeah, man. Get ready to make this wall back, battery dying, everything. You already know, man. It's your boy T-Dub, and I'm back, man. I know I'm going to have some people that's going to like this video, and I'm going to have some that might give it a thumbs down. And for every hater, don't even worry about the haters. I got a nice fried bologna sandwich that's waiting on your face. Come get it. So, Deontay Wilder, listen, man. No one over here is falling for that. The only people that would even fall for that, they're not really falling for it, is people that's in big media that just want to kiss Anthony Joshua butt to either get on a show. There's a lot of people, most of those people don't really know about boxing. They just hear, hey, he's a big deal, he got 3 belts, and they go off of what's being told to them. Hey, dude like Deontay Wilder is ducking him, he has 3 belts, and he signed his contract, and he's waiting on Deontay Wilder. So the media guy who don't know shit about boxing because he follows maybe every other sport, so he knows a little bit about every sport, but he don't know the deep, intricate things about the actual things that's been going on, like us boxing fans actually follow it and can tell you every step of what's happening. So then you get people like, you know, Stephen A. or other people that interview Anthony Joshua and don't even get his name right, which lets you know they don't know him that well. And they pretty much are like Deontay Wilder's ducking. What are you doing? And all you know, all you gotta do is ask him the real question. Hey, if you ask for $50 million, and he gave you $50 million, just like Santa Claus must have heard your wish, and you was a good little boy for Christmas, and he gave you your wish, why didn't you take the fight? How come it was about the money when you said you would do it for $50 million? Then once you knew the money was really in the bag, once you knew it was in the bag, once you found out that there was a pot of gold at the end of that rainbow with a leprechaun right there, why at that point you said, you know what, it's not all about the money. I'm not going to sell my soul for $50 million. I just don't get it. You saying you won't sell your soul for $50 million, but you telling Deontay Wilder to sell his for $15 million flat. Make that make sense. I'm sorry, I just realized you guys don't make sense. You make sandwiches. All right, so either way, guys, listen, and don't be fooled by the sleight of hand, the trickery, the hocus pocus. Eddie Hearn is a very slick talker, and I think he's rubbing off on his fighters because his fighters are not doing as much boxing anymore. They're doing more promoters, and once the boxers are acting more like a promoter, to me, I think that their heart, their initial bravery, their initial, to me, combat with combat slowly and slowly seeps away from them to now that they actually do duck fights. They actually look at fights like, instead of this could be a challenge, I think I could beat this guy, let me test myself. They look at it like, this could be a challenge. I don't want to lose because I got to market myself and I want to prolong from making this fight and fight other people. If I was a UK fans, I would be like, listen, AJ, you're our champion. You are our champion. But listen, it looks like a clear duck. You look like you go home and bake a duck and put duck sauce on it and drink duck juice every day and night because you were playing the best game of the world of duck, 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 goose. But you never get to the goose because you're nothing but a duck. And they should hold him accountable, man. They should hold Anthony Joshua accountable. They should hold Eddie Hearn accountable. Eddie Hearn said something that was so stupid in my eyes. He said that Eddie Hearn said that he thinks people are scared of Dylan White. Listen, you need to back that shit all the way up like a truck. Beep, beep. Back that shit all the way up because nobody's scared of Dylan White. Matter of fact, Dylan White has shown fear in other people. Dylan White was mandatory order to fight Luis Ortiz, and he did not. He ran, pulled up his skirt, and broke a couple of his heels, sprinting away from Luis Ortiz. And then he could have fought for the IBF mandatory, and he decided against that as well, and he go fight somebody that he wasn't even mandated to fight, which was Parker. But you saying people are ducking him, they're scared of him? No, I think this is the guy that's actually scared. And I don't want to hear it from Dylan White no more ever in his life. Let's go, let's go. No, how about you go, find your heart like the cowardly lion, and be brave again. T-Dub was Blazing Sports. I'm out.